What is going on, button pushers? Welcome to the channel. My name is David. Today we're going to be breaking down a music video that I shot, Fvck Dat by JABB, and it is a super fun video. I really enjoyed shooting it, so I really wanted to go through, break down some lighting setups, some camera rigs with you guys, how I shot specific things, and kind of what I wanted out of the shots. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. For those of you that watched my last music video breakdown, you might have enjoyed the top-down shot, but honestly, I feel like it's too much to set up in this tiny space that I have, and I feel like overall the appearance of me and the talking parts of it were not as appealing, so we're just going to do a screen recording this time because it's going to be a ton easier and it's going to look a little bit better in my opinion, because in the last one, the lighting for my face and the whole, I don't know, it just seemed really cramped. But yeah, if you guys are interested in any of the products that I do mention, they're going to be linked in the description below. Everything that I used to shoot this video that is, you know, affordable, accessible, and all of that stuff, from lighting equipment to camera rigs, they're all going to be in the description below. So make sure to check that out if you guys are interested in getting, you know, hip to any of these rigs. So let's start off with the story behind the video. So pretty much, the artist is the person, one of the main characters, who had money stolen from him by this other character, and it's the first person that you see in the video. So this person, the first person you see, is going to be the one that's stealing the money, and you're going to kind of see it progress through the thing. But essentially, the artist finds him, he tracks him down, and heads to his house to get his money back. And that's pretty much the story. So let's start off with this very first shot. So in this shot, you start off seeing the character. It's the very first shot you see, and I really enjoy this because this was actually shot at approximately 8 p.m. 8 p.m. And that is something that's really insane. You might think, whoa, but it looks like golden hour. So at 8 p.m. around in my area, it's like dark. It's really, you know, not sunny at all. There's no sun. What I did here was I actually placed the aperture 200x outside the window at 2700 Kelvin. And that actually gave me this beautiful lighting that kind of was emitted to kind of emulate golden hour or some kind of sun coming in through the window. If you look over here, you can actually kind of tell that it's a little bit darker, and you can see those dark tones of the 8 p.m. But honestly, I feel like it still blends in really nice, and you could say like, oh, maybe it's the color of the building, maybe it's something else. But essentially, we're getting a shot of him peeking out through the window and kind of just looking through, kind of like shady, like making sure he's safe, making sure nobody's out there to get him. But then you jump into the next few shots where you see this kid. And this kid is going to knocking on the door, and you see a car, like, okay, so a kid isn't driving a car. But essentially, this shot I wanted to kind of emulate like a door hole, whatever those are called. The one where you look through so you can see who's in your front yard ringing on your doorbell. So that's essentially what this shot was. So we used the Rokinon 8mm here, and we shot this on the Komodo on a satellite tripod, and we did some nice soft little like zooms in post-production, so you know, we got those zooms coming in. And then we also shot this on a Satchler FSB4 with some Flowtech legs, so we're getting a little bit of movement up during these shots and then a little bit more in. So I really like this shot because it kind of pieces it together. It really just makes it a little bit more fun. It's a fisheye lens, and fisheye lenses you don't really see in a lot of uses, but I really wanted to use a fisheye for this, and of course it does emulate the feel that it is like the door hole. And I literally bought a Rokinon 8mm just for this purpose. It was like $200. It's cheap, and it really helped me get the shot that I wanted, and I'm sure that I can find a lot more uses for it in the future. And then we have this running shot that some of you might have seen on my Instagram. My Instagram is, you know, here below if you guys want to make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's the same thing as everything else. But I shot this on the Movi Pro with the 1DX3. So we're just gonna do Movi Pro with the 1DX3. And I had the Prism Lens Effects Dream filter on it. Essentially, we're starting off the shot here, and I really wanted to get some like money flowing out, so we left the bag a little bit unzipped, so that way the prop money could kind of fly out as he's running. We did do a little bit extra. You can see right here, he's kind of just like grasping onto it, and he just kind of lets it go. So as he's running, it falls out. So I was running the Movi Pro on this, and I just ran with them. We took it like 2 or 3 takes, and I just ran with them, and it was very tiring. You can see I do a little bit of a crab walk to kind of get my balance right, but essentially I'm just whipping with them and really trying to track him and stay on track. He told me he was in track in high school, and I can really see it in the form. But this was all naturally lit. There's no additional light here, especially, and also that last shot where the fisheye lens, those were all naturally lit with the sun, no additional lighting at all. Next, we have the first scene where I'm actually lighting up anything at all, and I really enjoyed this part. So over here, beaming down, we have the Aperture B7C light bulb. Now, I actually had this hanging down from a light bulb thing that I got at IKEA. It's super long, so I tied it to a C-stand, let it hang down, and I actually let it spin. So we're getting this little like circular movement, and you might be able to see it on some of the shots, but you're gonna get this green divide with the orange, and then you're also getting the Aperture 200X coming from over here, again at 2700 Kelvin, and that is going to give us that orangey look beaming down on his face, again with the Dream Effects filter. And I did shoot some of this on the Komodo as well as some of it on the 1DX3 on the Movi. So we're running two different rigs here depending on the shot you can see. And you might be able to tell from the dynamic range coming out of the cameras because the Komodo does hold up color grading and shadows and all that dynamic range a lot better than the 1DX3. So it did take a little bit to color match, but at the end of the day, I think, you know, it was good enough. But again, so we have all this money here to set up for the shot that you're going to see a little bit later into the video. We have the laptop here. He's actually got two more laptops, one on each side. So we have 3 laptops total. And again, you're going to see it in the video if you watch it. And I feel like this is a really nice shot because green and red or orange really go well together, as well as, you know, teal and orange. You know, it's just a really good color scheme, and I've seen it used in a ton of different videos. So I thought that maybe it'd be really nice here, especially since we're talking about money, especially since it's kind of like dark, shadowy, mysterious kind of thing, like you're tracking someone down, you're kind of like in the zone kind of thing. So I feel like it was a really good color scheme to use for orange and green. So the Aperture B7C had that green, and the 200X was shot at 2700 Kelvin with enhanced color to make it kind of seem like it was a deeper orange. Now we have this shot here where again we're using the Rokinon 8mm on the Komodo, and we're getting this shot because we are actually using the Tilta Hydra alien arm. You guys might have seen my video on it a little while back. Honestly, I hadn't used it too many times. I used it on like one shoot and then the test one. But after using it again, I used the Komodo on it. I tied some backs to it because it was drizzling a little bit, and I strapped it in with some extra straps because again, I did hear that some suction cups would fail, and I did not want to, you know, I really didn't want to risk it, especially with my Komodo. And I had the Teradek 750 on there, and I was sitting in the trunk monitoring it from my monitor and making sure the shots were good. And the whole time it was happening, I was really keeping an eye on those 2 top suction cups because they were in the field of view, and I was just watching them and making sure that they did not give out. And as you like, if you've never used it before, the suction cups actually have like a black and a white line. So once it hits that white, that means the suction cups are losing some air. So you really want to make sure there's no white showing. So I was really just looking out for that white the whole time, and I was just really focused on that and making sure that framing was good and everything was good. So we actually got a little bit of the mount in the camera shot, but I just kind of did some post-production cropping, and that allowed me to just kind of like zoom in and get a real shot. So it could have been more fisheye, a lot wider, but you would have seen a little bit too much. And lastly, we have this one shot where it was pretty much a really long one take. Now I really enjoyed it because, you know, we're wrapping back around. We start at the car and we wrap all the way around, and once it reaches this end point here, we're actually getting the other perspective of the beginning shot. So at the beginning, you remember the boy. You see the little boy slamming on the door. Now at the end, you see the same exact thing, except you're getting a different perspective where you might see 2 guys waiting to get the door open, but they go off to the sides where they can't be seen. And that's the point of this perspective. So the video ends where the video starts. So it's kind of like a loop kind of thing where pretty much you're seeing the story after seeing the end of the story, if that makes sense. So I really like this video because there was a lot of different aspects to it, and you know, there's so many things that went into it, and I really enjoyed shooting it because, you know, it was just really fun. It was fun to mess around with so many different rigs. It was fun to mess around with lighting. It was fun to do all this stuff. It was a bit of a panic. It was a ton of work, especially because there was me and 2 others helping me, and it was just a lot of stuff to do. But at the end of the day, the result was amazing, especially when it's planned out. So if you do have the chance to plan out a video, make a treatment, whatever, I definitely recommend it, and stay to it as much as possible. Run down with the artist, let them know what exactly you're planning to do, see if they enjoy it, and if they do, make sure to stick with it and run down with it, because it's going to change a lot your video and make it so much easier, so much better, and make it a lot easier for you to edit as well. So if you guys want to check out the music video, make sure you guys check the description below. I will link it for you guys. Again, there's so much stuff that goes into music videos. Some of them can be fun, some of them can be super annoying, some of them it's just the artist. But when you get a good artist, when you get a good video, when you know exactly what you want to do and you have fun with it, it is actually super amazing. And that's kind of what you want to look for. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Drop me a comment below. Let me know if there's any specific videos that you want me to break down of mine. There's a playlist that I have, my filmmaking, my music videos. Make sure to check it out and let me know. I will break down whatever video I have for you, and just, you know, lighting situations, the story behind it, and, you know, what was the idea, how it was planned out or whatever. Let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do for you guys. Anyways, thank you guys for watching again. Keep pushing buttons, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.